Oh shit, I'm gonna record. Hey guys, it's Michael here. So I didn't originally plan on making this video until immediately I got done making the recap video last week. So after I uploaded that video, I went back and just thought about the race again, and the more I think about it, this is the very first race where I learned so much, and it made me appreciate and respect the marathon distance. And I felt like the last, especially Bayshore, when I had that sciatica pain, I didn't respect it enough. I wasn't really appreciated enough, especially making it to the start line. So during that race, I got humbled, I got a wake-up call, and it just felt really incredible and felt really amazing despite running my worst race. So enough chatter. I just want to talk about the 5 important things that I've learned from this training block and from this race where I think it can improve in my future races. So let's start with number 1. First thing I learned from Detroit Free Press is that I need to practice running long runs at my goal race pace. Going into the race, I did a lot of mileage and solid workouts, but most of my long runs were easy. I did some strides, a little tempos here and there, but I wasn't spending enough time actually running that sub 3:15 pace to where my legs were tired. Not injured, but just tired of increasing the workload and adapting to those new challenges where my legs and muscles can get used to running at those faster paces at a long, consistent time. During the race, it definitely caught up with me. The pace that should have felt smooth and controlled in the first half started to feel like a grind sooner than I expected. Now the wind did play a big role of it. Again, I'm not using that as an excuse, especially going up the Ambassador Bridge. My body wasn't used to holding that rhythm for 26 miles. So that is something I need to work on going forward. Race pace isn't just about fitness, it's about rhythm, efficiency, and confidence. In going up that bridge, that's where I started to lose my confidence. And I'll say it again, I knew I was in for a long day once I had that wind just kicking me down, kicking me in the face. It's just like getting beat up as a boxer. When you practice running at that pace, your body knows going into race day what it feels like, so you can stay locked into that pace. So that's something I'm going to work on for my next race. Second thing I learned, I'm going to keep this short and simple, is to relax much as possible the day before the race. I used to think I need to be super active, keep walking on my feet, walking around the expo, checking out the course, making sure I had every little detail ready to go. But honestly, that just drained me more than I realized. The day before the marathon isn't the time to chase perfection. It's the time to conserve energy. Take some time off your feet, relax, keep the feet up, watch a movie, watch some TV, watch some sports, play a video game, read a book, whatever you do, just take your mind off the race and just relax. You can still hang out with family and friends. Doesn't mean you have to be hiding in the room or hiding in a hotel room or whatever, but I think going into the next race, I'm just gonna eat my meals, grab my bib, check out the expo for a little bit. But I felt like in Detroit, this race in Detroit, I was there for like a good 3 hours on my feet. I put about nearly 20,000 on my feet, 20,000 steps, I should say, on my feet the day before the race. So spend a lot of time. So I'll make sure I'll limit that much as possible for my next race. Third thing I learned from this race, and honestly, this is something I feel like I completely nailed, is practicing feeling for your long runs like you would during the race. And every long run in my training, I use the same gels, the same time, and the same mileage, even the same drinks I planned for the marathon. By the time race day came, my stomach knew what to expect. I didn't have to think about it or stress about how my body would react. It was automatic. I just stuck to the plan, kept fueling, even when things got tough. And that made a big difference. This was not, obviously this was completely opposite from what happened in Bayshore, where I fainted after the race. I never had any stomach issues, never had any dehydration. I felt like I was on point, and this is something I'm going to continue doing going forward for my next few races. Number 4, running shoes don't matter, except when they do. I've always believed it's not the shoes that make the runner, it's the training. And for the most part, that is true. But during the race, I learned the hard way that gear can make a difference when conditions go ugly. I ran the Neo Zens, as you can see right over here. Man, the mismatched colors, man, they're awesome. I will say this again, I've never gotten so many compliments in a span of 3 hours about my shoes ever in my life. So I ran the Neo Zens. That was majority of the shoes I ran in during my long runs, and I love them. I love the high energy return. I love the fit. It's a shoe that I can use for easy runs, tempos, race pace. If you recall, I ran these in the Crim 10-mile race, and I ran them at a race pace and felt fantastic. No issues, stayed consistent, even with the high incline, decline. Like, I stayed relatively around 7:11, 7:13 pace during that day. But with the rain and puddles, those shoes started absorbing water fast. They got really heavy, and every step started to feel like I was carrying bricks on my feet. It didn't ruin the race, but it was definitely a reminder that when the weather doesn't cooperate, gear can play a role. Even Jerry agrees. Am I right, Jerry? Okay, you go to bed. So I'll say now, shoes don't make you faster, but the wrong ones can slow you down. So that's the number 4. Lastly, the 5th thing I learned from this race is, this was the hardest one to accept. Don't expect a PR when you expect to. Going into the race, I thought this might be the one. Training was solid. I felt ready, got good sleep going in the race day morning. Everything looked good on paper, but race day had other plans. Rain, wind, heavy shoes, and just one of those things that didn't click. At first, that was hard to accept, but going back, beginning of this video, after crossing the finish line, I realized something. The marathon doesn't always give you what you want, but it gives you what you need. Sometimes you don't hit a PR, but you gain something more important. I gained perspective, toughness, patience, and I learned a whole lot. And this is one race I learned so much. I learned so much more than this race, than my first marathon, my marathon I PR'd in, even the marathon from Bayshore this year. I learned so much more. It's even more than when I showed up to the race in Bayshore this year with that sciatica injury and just literally just dragged my way to the finish line and passing out. So you know how to handle disappointment, but you still feel like you won something. You learn so much more than you do when you win. So now I don't chase perfect conditions or perfect outcomes. I'm just going to keep showing up, continue the work, and let results come when they're meant to. Just keep showing up. Oh yeah, like I said, this was something I didn't expect to make, but after I uploaded the video last week, it made me go back and revisit that race, and it's just one of those things that it's going to stick with me for a long time, for as long as I live. And this is something I'm going to learn so much. I'm going to put it in my notebook and use that to my advantage for the next races. So like I said in the last video, I got a whole bunch of races I want to do next year, but I don't think I'm going to do 2 marathons. I will do a marathon, as you expect, the Detroit Marathon. I will do this again next year. I'm not going to do Bayshore, but I'll wait until things get finalized. I will do one race in the spring that I really want to do. I won't say it now, but hopefully before the end of the year, I'll make it official. So thanks for watching. I hope you can use these 5 things to take away from, and I will see you guys on the next one. Is this the first time you're not interrupting me in the video? Where are you, by the way?